we we say, oh, I have a mentor. Maybe there's someone you watch on TV and you call them a mentor, but you've actually given me a new definition to what mentor means. At least mentor is someone you can at least even talk to and share stuff, not just maybe someone you see on TV
that you
that says,
admire
oh,
and
Musk.
everything.
Yeah,
No,
I think that would be the word. Admiration
it's
should be
beyond.
clearly distinguished from mentorship.
Of course.
Because I believe if you ask an average Nigerian now, who's your mentor, you probably hear Elon Musk because he's the richest person in the world, probably.
When I was that experience, it's not something I want to share in the public space. I started watching a TV program, and that was how I got to know about Lanre Odushola. It was the Love Lounge or something. He provided the foreword in my book, and I started watching him. That's where admiration starts, because this person speaks like the kind of person you want to be. I started reading a lot about him, following him, and before you knew it, the universe started aligning us together. I remember a colleague of mine telling me that, okay, why don't you go and do a life coaching program? And he recommended me to him. Yes.
Interesting.
And I was like, oh, wow. So even after, when I during my life coaching program, that was where I shared about my book with him and all of that. And he gave me insights that refined my book, and was also an opportunity for me to preach and say, can you provide forward for my book? And he said yes. So mentorship is not just someone you stay afar to admire. You have to connect. You have to gain access. You have to connect. You have to add value to the person, and that person has to add value to you. It's reciprocal.
So at what point do you make that contact with your? Because I've had instances, even for me, like someone just writes me on LinkedIn and saying, I want you to be my mentor. And I'm like, how do I just mentor you? I don't even know you. So like, what's the meeting point for mentorship? Especially maybe if the one that mentors you should be someone you admire. Say for instance, I admire who now? Let me use the Nigerian. Maybe I admire Otedola. He's a popular person that comes to my mind now. So how do I get Otedola to be my mentor, for instance?
Interesting. So in my book, I don't remember the chapter, maybe chapter 5 or chapter 6, where I wrote about building valuable relationships. So for you as an individual, you have to first of all understand your values. Those are your yardsticks. When you understand your values, it's easy for you to see another person that embodies the same value, right? So when you say, oh, this person is my mentor or someone I admire, there must be some similarities, something about you that you currently have or you are aspiring to develop, you see in that person. And how can you then bring yourself into that person's space? You have to be someone that is already progressive in your life, because a mentor will not want to just see a dormant field and want to just start cultivating. There must be something that they see in
you as well.
So they need to see the value you see in them, in you. Do you understand? And then you have to gain access. So how did I gain access? Of course, I paid for his program. He was doing life coaching program. I paid, and that was how I gained access. I'm very sure if I had just chatted him on Instagram and said, be my mentor, he might not listen to me.
Yeah, probably will not even see the message.
So access is the most expensive. I don't know, but access is very critical in life. For you to move to the next level, that dream you want to achieve, someone else is already there.
Yeah.
So you need to gain access to that person. Yeah. So when, of course, I paid and started my life coaching program, it was an opportunity for me to share my dreams. There are so many things that I discovered myself. Aside God, I could tell you that He was instrumental in my journey. I could remember part of the struggles I shared with him was the fear of public speaking. I had a dream where I saw myself, I gave a presentation to a big audience, and physically it's not possible because I call myself a shy person. But then
Don't come across as a shy person to me.
it was part of the struggles I shared with him, and he did an exercise with me there that destroyed it. In 2 weeks, I started getting speaking engagement sessions.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Something you couldn't do like all your life.
my life.
In just 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Wow, that's impressive.
In 2 weeks, I started getting speaking engagement, and I could go and speak with confidence. So, paying for that program was an access. And there was also a time he started a mentorship program, CICMP, for coaches that has trained under him. I paid for him to mentor me. And he could see that I'm also very progressive in life, the things, so it was easy for him to invest in me. So that's how
Wow.
he gained access to mentors.
Very interesting. Okay, I know we've digressed a little, but let's come back to the whole success